Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Verba Podcast. I'm really happy you're here with us again. In the previous episode, we talked about the basic building blocks of English: nouns, verbs, and adjectives. That episode was all about understanding how English sentences are formed. Today, we're taking the next very important step. Today's topic is one of the most common and useful parts of English grammar: the verb to be. We're talking about am, is, and are. If you're a beginner, or if you feel confused when using these words, don't worry at all. By the end of this episode, you'll feel much more comfortable using them in simple, real-life sentences.
That's right. The verb to be is everywhere in English. We use it to talk about who we are, how we feel, and how things are. It's one of the first verbs English learners use, and it's also one of the most important. Today, we won't use difficult grammar terms or long rules. We'll focus on meaning, examples, and understanding, step by step.
Let's start very simply. The verb to be is one of the most important verbs in English because it helps us explain what something is or how someone feels. When we use to be, we are not talking about actions like run or eat. Instead, we are describing a state, an identity, or a condition. For example, when you say, "I am a student," you are explaining who you are. When you say, "She is happy," you are describing how someone feels. And when you say, "The room is quiet," you are describing a situation. In all of these cases, the verb to be helps connect the subject of the sentence to important information about it. In English, the verb to be is special because it changes its form depending on the subject. That means we don't always use the same word. We don't simply say be in sentences. Instead, we use am, is, or are, depending on who or what we are talking about. This may feel confusing at first, but with practice, it becomes very natural.
Think of the verb to be as a bridge or a connector. It connects the subject of the sentence, the person or thing we are talking about, to more information. Without this connection, the sentence would feel incomplete. For example, if you only say, "I, a student," something feels wrong. The sentence needs a connection. When you say, "I am a student," the sentence suddenly feels complete and clear. The same happens when you talk about jobs, feelings, age, or descriptions. The verb to be is what holds the sentence together. This is why learning am, is, and are is such an important step for beginners. Once you understand this verb, you can already talk about yourself, your life, and the people around you, even with very simple English.
Let's begin with am. We use am only with I. For example, I am a student. I am tired. I am happy. In all of these sentences, we are talking about ourselves. Am is very personal. It's only for I.
So, whenever you talk about yourself, your identity, your feelings, or your situation, you'll often use I am. This is one of the most useful and powerful sentence patterns in English, especially for beginners. With just these two words, you can already say many important things about your life. For example, when you want to say who you are, you can use I am followed by a noun. I am a student. I am a teacher. I am a beginner in English. When you want to talk about how you feel, you can use I am followed by an adjective. I am tired. I am happy. I am nervous. And when you want to describe your situation or condition, you can still use I am. I am at home. I am ready. I am busy today. This is why I am is so important. It allows you to express yourself even when your English is simple. You don't need advanced grammar or long sentences. With I am, you can already communicate clearly and confidently. Many learners make the mistake of avoiding speaking because they think their English is not good enough. But sentences with I am are already real English. They are correct, natural, and very common in daily conversations. Native speakers use them all the time. So if you are just starting to speak English, remember this. I am is your friend. Practice it often. Use it to talk about yourself, your feelings, and your daily life. The more you use it, the more comfortable English will start to feel.
Now let's talk about is. We use is with he, she, it, or one person or one thing. For example, she is a teacher. He is tired. It is cold today. In these sentences, we are talking about one person or one thing. That's why we use is.
You can also use is with names. For example, Luna is happy. Eli is a podcaster. This is very common in daily conversation.
Now let's talk about are. We use are with you, we, they, or more than one person or thing. For example, you are welcome. We are students. They are friends. Here, we are talking about more than one person, or we are talking directly to someone using you.
A very important point for beginners is this. In English, you always uses are, even when you are talking to just one person. So we say, you are my friend, not you is my friend.
Now let's look at how we actually use the verb to be in real life. We mainly use it for three things: identity, feelings, and descriptions.
For identity, we say things like, I am a student. She is a doctor. They are teachers. For feelings, we say, I am tired. He is happy. We are excited. And for descriptions, we say, the lesson is easy. The room is clean. The books are interesting. These sentences are simple, but they are extremely powerful. With just am, is, and are, you can already communicate many ideas in English.
If you're listening right now and thinking, this makes sense, but I still feel slow when I speak English, I want you to know that this feeling is completely normal. Feeling slow does not mean you are weak, and it does not mean you are bad at English. It simply means your brain is learning something new. Learning English is not a race. It's not about how fast you understand or how quickly you speak. It's about understanding step by step and giving yourself time to practice. Every learner moves at a different pace, and that pace is okay. What matters most is that you are learning with patience instead of pressure.
Exactly. Many learners feel stressed because they want to understand everything immediately. They try to memorize rules, examples, and explanations all at once, and that can quickly become overwhelming. When your brain feels overloaded, learning actually becomes harder, not easier. Instead of trying to remember everything, it's much better to focus on simple sentences and use them again and again. Repetition is not a weakness. Repetition is how the brain learns. When you repeat simple patterns like I am, she is, or they are, your brain slowly starts to recognize them without effort. Over time, something very important happens. You stop thinking about the rules, and the sentence structure begins to feel natural. You don't need to force it. Your brain remembers the patterns quietly, in the background, just through use and exposure. This is how real learning happens.
In the next episode, we'll continue building your English step by step. We'll talk about subject pronouns and possessives, like I, you, he, she, my, your, and his, and how they work with the verb to be.
Thank you for listening to Verba Podcast. Practice by making very simple sentences using am, is, and are. Simple practice leads to strong English.